The love of God can soften or harden your heart. The love of God and the work of God, the activity of God, even the very power of God, if you are not careful, can harden your heart. Look at the Pharisee, who should have understood that throughout all of the Old Testament, all of it was pointing to a God who rescues his people, who have no status, who have no power, who have nothing in this world that seems significant, yet this is the God who rescues slaves. This is the God who comes in when everything seems impossible and rescues them. And the Pharisee sees the woman and is filled with contempt and disgust. This woman is disgusting, but not enough disgust to kick her out of his house, enough hatred and disgust for who Jesus is, that he was hoping to use her to ruin his reputation. And Jesus welcomed her worship. So if we are careful, if we are sensitive to the power of God and the love of God and the work and the activity of God in our lives, in ourselves, and in those around us, when we see these scandalous demonstrations of God's love, our heart is softened. Scripture talks about our heart, melting like wax. But a hard heart is described in Ezekiel, like the song Rattle we just sang from, is like a heart of stone that is useless, that can't do anything, that is not soft, that is not vulnerable, that does not open itself up to being hurt, that does not open itself up to being challenged. And that is where the Pharisee sits, high and mighty, pious, and a hypocrite. And the woman, the woman of bad reputation, the woman who had a bad reputation around town, shows up, and Jesus allows her a place at the table, allows her an incredibly intimate moment into his life to let her know what it's like.